This is Top Chunk, my new Xtreme Onechunk Ironman. After recently completing the Chambers of Xeric on my other Xtreme Onechunk account, I'm ready to take this challenge to a much more deadly arena. I have 0 items, and with only the base stats to get here, I've just locked myself in the 64x64 square of the game until I complete RuneScape's most challenging raid, the Theater of Blood. Yo, welcome everyone. I am back on the nostalgic tutorial island, about to start a new journey on a brand new fresh account. One of the greatest feelings in RuneScape is loading up the game with a completely blank slate and writing down that very first goal. If you know me, then you know I don't start small. No. I go big or go home. And what could possibly top my last major goal, completing an endgame raid without leaving? How about completing an even harder endgame raid without leaving? This is the Theater of Blood, RuneScape's second raid, which came out in 2018, about a year and a half after the Chambers of Xeric. Located deep in Mortania, the Theater of Blood is an area created for the entertainment of the vampires, where humans are encouraged to fight various vampiric experiments and abominations contained within. 5 demi-bosses and one of the strongest final bosses in the entire game are what stands between the player and the rewards waiting for them at the end. The Avernic Defender hilt, when combined with the Dragon Defender, creates one of the best melee offhands. The Justiciar armor, the highest melee and range defense armor in the game, with a damage reducing set effect. The Sanguinesti staff, a powerful charged magic weapon with a 16% chance to steal health from your opponent. The Grazi Rapier, a one-handed stab weapon that outclasses even the famous Abyssal Whip. And finally, the best melee weapon in the entire game, the Scythe of Vitur. This devastating slash weapon packs a punch against larger enemies, dealing up to 3 hit splats at once. An Xtreme Onechunk Ironman, in the quickest explanation, is a player-created game mode that splits the game map into a grid made of hundreds of squares called chunks, with the goal being to unlock every chunk in the game one chunk at a time. After deciding which chunk to start in, you're given a list of tasks to complete ranging from best in slot items, collection log slots, quests, achievement diaries, and the highest level skilling challenges. The only rule of the game mode is to never leave your unlocked area and only using what's available to you at the time to complete your tasks. This does include instances and dungeons accessible within your area. Other than that, anything within the Ironman game rules is acceptable, including raiding with other players. Once you complete every task in the chunk, it's then permanently unlocked and you're able to randomly roll an adjacent chunk to expand your map. This is where my account will be starting, the TOB chunk. To get here unfortunately won't be as simple as taking a leisurely stroll. One small roadblock prevents me from entering Mortania, the Priest in Peril quest. Before I even start my journey, I need to complete the Priest in Peril with as few levels as possible, keeping my account as pure as I realistically can. Fortunately, I'm not the first person to start an Xtreme Onechunk account in the region of Mortania. This is Frey, and 2 years ago he started his Xtreme Onechunk journey in the city of Canifis. After watching Frey, I knew what to do and how to possibly improve on his strategy. Step 1. Get level 5 attack on chickens. Step 2. Start Rune Mysteries quest. If you're wondering why I'm doing Rune Mysteries at all, when it's not even officially required to do the Priest in Peril quest, it's because 50 Rune Essence are required, and after completing the Rune Mysteries quest, I can easily mine the essence that I need. The only other realistic way to get the essence this early on in an account is by killing Minotaurs in the Stronghold of Security. However, this has a major risk of obtaining an unwanted collection log slot, the Right Skull Half. In my opinion, I would rather have an extra quest completed that will not affect my account for an incredibly long time than to have an inflated number of collection logs staring me in the face for years. Step 3. Get 2k coins from the Stronghold of Security. Step 4. Buy a steel two-handed sword from the shop in Tavelry. Step 5. Finish the Rune Mysteries quest and mine 50 Rune Essence. This gets me level 4 mining, but level 4 is just as useless as level 1, so it's not a big deal. Step 6. Start the Priest in Peril quest. Step 7. Flinch the Temple Guardian for 30 whole minutes. Step 8. And this is very important. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Step 9. Kill the Zamorak Mage. The lowest XP method to do this is to Venom the Mage with a Serpentine Helm and Blowpipe on an alt account. Because of its fast heal rate, the damage from the alt won't count, and I only have to tag it once with Wind Strike to get the kill credit and key drop. Step 10. We finish the quest and make it to the starting chunk with the least amount of XP gained. 10 easy steps and I'm ready to be officially locked to the chunk until I complete all of these chunk tasks. We have a massive amount of tasks to complete in this chunk, all of which pertain to the Theater of Blood itself. First, we have the skill tasks. Level 80 attack is required to wield the Grazi Rapier. 75 defense is needed to equip the Justiciar armor, 82 magic to use the Sanguinesti staff, and 90 strength to slash enemies with the powerful Scythe of Vitur. Unsurprisingly, all of these items with the high skill requirements are also going to be my best in slot items in the chunk. The Scythe for larger monsters, the Grazi Rapier for smaller monsters, the Sang Staff comes with its own extremely powerful spell, and Justiciar is unmatched. In fact, the only unique item from the raid that won't be a best in slot for me will be the Avernic Defender hilt, which is rendered useless without the Dragon Defender, which is all the way in Birth Orb. Unfortunately, there is no way to get anything for the glove slot, boot slot, amulet slot, or ring slot. There are no quests that I am currently able to complete in this chunk. There are 2 quest starting points here, but that will require many more unlocked chunks to be able to do. There are also no achievement diary tasks to do in this chunk, but there are many combat achievements. 1 hard task, 8 elite tasks, 18 master tasks, and 20 grand master tasks, some of which are the most difficult tasks in the entire game. And finally, we have some collection log slots, of course. In order to not be too repetitive, I'm not going to list off every best in slot item again, but they are all collection log slots as well. But other than those, we have the Vial of Blood, which is used to charge the Scythe, as well as making some potions, which I will not be able to do for a long time. The Avernic Defender hilt, even though it's not useful, it is still a collection log slot that we have to get to complete the challenge. The Lil Zik pet, the rarest item from the raid and something that I hope to get spooned on. Unlike the Chambers of Xeric, this pet does not always come with a purple chest. There are 3 uniques that are only accessible via the hard mode version of the raid. The Holy Ornament Kit, the Sanguine Ornament Kit, and the Sanguine Dust. This is the Theater of Blood's version of the Metamorphic Dust that unlocks alternative versions of the pet. Once again, we have a very prestigious cosmetic cape to go for. The Sinhaza Shroud 5, unlocked after completing 2,000 raids. This cape is slightly different from the Chambers of Xeric's Champion cape, as it counts the normal version of the raid as well as the hard version to get to 2,000. The Sinhaza Shroud versions 1 through 4 are also on the collection log, but just to simplify it, we can just stuff those into one task. Now I have 2 more collection log slots that might surprise you. The Long and Curved Bone from Sodaseg. Normally, you only see these bone drops from monsters that also drop big bones. Sodaseg is one of the exceptions to that rule. Although if he did drop bones, I bet that they would be pretty big. At 1 in 5,013 rate, the Curved Bone might actually be the rarest drop from the raid. There you have it. Every task that I'm going to need to complete to finish this challenge and eventually expand my area. Now let's look around and see what else might come in handy in this chunk. Dead trees. This feels like home already. It's too bad I can't get to them though. Or is it a good thing? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out in the future. I don't even have an axe yet though. But let's go in. I bet a lot of you didn't even know that this little shortcut was even here, and you thought I had to do all this quest before getting to the theater. But no, we're here just after doing Priest and Peril, that's it. We have a bank right here. Honestly, I couldn't even imagine doing an Xtreme Onechunk Ironman without having a bank personally. But I do have all this illegal stuff in my bank that we gotta get rid of right away. Can't keep anything that I obtained before entering the chunk. Everything obtained from now on will be only from this area. Here are the stats. It looks like it took me exactly 2 hours to get here. No combat achievements, 2 quests, 1 achievement diary. That was from entering the Essence Mine, but I don't think that was avoidable. 2 collection log slots, that's just from the zombie outfit. And here are the stats: level 6 attack, 4 strength, 11 hit points, 11 prayer, which is the reward from Priest and Peril, and 4 mining from mining the essence. Let's take a look at this notice board.
Hey, over here.
Who is that?
You look like someone who can handle themselves.
And you sound like someone using an obviously fake voice.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I was doing that. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, you look like someone who can handle themselves. Are you intending to partake in the Theater of Blood?
Maybe.
You're wondering what's in it for you, I suppose. The citizens of Meiyerditch come here looking for freedom, but I can tell you're no citizen.
Freedom?
That's right. Within the theater, there are numerous challenges for the citizens to try and overcome. If they succeed, they're granted freedom.
And how often does that happen?
It doesn't. In reality, the theater is just another source of entertainment for Mortania's vampire rulers.
So why would I want to get involved?
Technically, outsiders like yourself are not allowed in the theater, but you'll find the guards here turn a blind eye to those that sneak in. After all, outsiders are typically much stronger than the citizens here. This means they give a better performance in the theater, making for more interesting entertainment.
Where are you going with this?
You're strong enough to survive the theater, but you need a reason to try. I have a little proposition for you.
Go on.
The theater is owned by Lady Verzik Vitter, a vampire noble. I represent a party that has certain interests in Verzik. Enter the theater and beat the challenges within. Doing so would be quite the embarrassment for Verzik, something that my associates would very much appreciate.
All of this just to embarrass her? I guess that doesn't sound too bad.
Be aware, this will be no easy challenge.
Alright, I'll do my best. Looks like we got some fellow adventurers geared up over here. What are you doing here?
We're getting ready to test our mettle in the theater. Most people go in alone, but if we do it as a team, we should have no problem.
Well, good luck with that. Alright, it's time to beat the theater, first try. We're in an entry mode, and we're just gonna kick it. See how much damage we can do, if we can actually do any damage. Because this is gonna be my training method. And we're dead. First shot. That did not last long. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we did not start as a hardcore Ironman. Because this is not a safe death. Not like the Chambers of Zarek. Over here we have a pole booth, which is just out of reach, and I'll be able to claim my loot from this reward chest if I don't claim it inside the raid. This is the Vire Well over here. You can use blood runes and vials of blood to charge your scythe on that. Just want to double check, make sure I can't go down this dungeon. This area is definitely used for one of the quests around here that I can't do.
I'm starting to think I made a mistake coming here.
You and me both, buddy. You and me both. Now it's time to come up with a game plan. I obviously need stats to be able to take on these bosses, so my first order of business is to train my attack and strength. There's absolutely nothing to train on other than actually going into the theater and facing off against the first boss of the raid, the Maiden of Sugadinti. There are 3 levels of difficulty within the Theater of Blood: entry mode, normal mode, and hard mode. For the time being, let's just focus on entry mode. Entry mode is designed for players to practice the raid before they get into the punishing environment of normal mode. In entry mode, all of the monsters are significantly lower stats, lower hit points, lower defense, and lower max hits, but with all the same mechanics. If your entire team dies in entry mode, you get sent back to the beginning of the fight, replenished on supplies in the form of these bandages, which are basically a shark, prayer dose, and a stat dose all in one, and you're able to repeat as many times as you need until you beat it. Because of its forgiving nature, you're unable to receive any of the uniques from entry mode, but since entry mode's bosses are significantly easier, and I'm given free do-overs, it becomes the perfect place for my account to train. I need 80 attack and 90 strength to be able to use my best melee weapons in the chunk. Because of this simple training method, why don't I just make a quick goal right now to get 80 attack and 90 strength before doing anything else, so that I'm as strong as possible when I get to take on these bosses for real. There are 2 things I need to unlock before going all in on training. A Mithril Scimitar, which is a common drop from the mystery box, obtained from the Quizmaster randoms, and the Ultimate Strength and Incredible Reflexes prayers, which will improve my overall damage by 15%. There is a massive problem with prayer in this chunk. I can't train it. There is nothing in my chunk that drops bones, ashes, or anything else that would give me prayer XP. Therefore, my only choice to unlock these vital prayer levels are lamps. I'm basically locked out of all my chunk tasks until I get these boost prayers and eventually the protection prayers that are going to be vital for my survival in this raid. And survival is key. More than anything else, your ability to stay alive is the greatest factor towards receiving loot, and I need to make sure I have the best odds possible. This makes random events now my #1 priority. And there it is right on cue. I just got done getting 20 attack in the raid, and as I come out, I get my first random event, Captain Arnov. Not the best random event. We're looking for the Quizmaster and anything that can get us some lamps, some XP. Instead, we get some bling. And I guess I was wrong. We do get an amulet in this chunk. Another random event, and it's Molly. I guess I'll do anything for Molly. This first time at least. And holy, we unlocked so many music tracks just then. Since kicking the maiden was so slow, I'm just gonna sit here AFK for random events until we get the Mithril Scimitar at least. Don't know how long that'll be, but I've got plenty of time. And we get some uncut sapphires. It'll probably be a long time before I get to train crafting at all. First Drill Master random event done, and we get the camo top. Once we complete the full outfit and all the emotes, we'll start getting lamps from this random event. Back to back right into the trousers. We're almost invisible now. Not the random event that I wanted, but these are the first coins on the account. It's worth noting that if the team wipes on either normal or hard mode of the Theater of Blood, I'll have to pay 100,000 coins to get my stuff back. Might as well start stacking them up now. Yes, we got our first Quizmaster random event. It's only a 1 in 15 chance to get the Mithril Scimitar, so pretty good odds here. We can also get some other good stuff, like a steel plate body at 1 in 15. We can get a lamp at 1 in 15, and we get like nature runes at 1 in 15 too. Plus there's a very, very rare chance of getting a stale baguette or anything off of the rare drop table. Let's see. Oh my god. Yes. Oh, now we don't have to worry about the miss sim. We get the miss sim. I was hoping to AFK for a bit longer, so we might do that. Yeah, we can wield the miss sim and we can go back to training pretty much whenever we want. Just gonna show the stats real quick. Obviously the gold necklace doesn't give any stats. Just from the miss sim, we get 21 slash attack bonus and 20 melee strength. It's a huge upgrade from literally nothing. Wow, honestly finished the camo outfit so quickly. Now we just need the emotes and then I'll start getting lamps from this one. Ooh, the first maze random event. I've got some special tech for the maze. I don't know if you guys know about it, but I'll show you what we get from it in just a second. Well, it's been about 1 second for you guys, about 90 minutes for me, and now I have an inventory full of goodies. If you guys didn't know, you can camp the side chests inside the maze random events. Get a bunch of potions, runes, arrows, stuff that'll be just genuinely good for the account. My first Evil Bob fishing random event. This is gonna catapult my fishing level up. And there it is, 650 fishing XP that gets us to level 7 right away. No fishing spots here or anywhere close to me really. Frog token collection log slot. My first kiss ever. On the account. My first lamp on the account, finally. I'm actually gonna save these up. Double check, make sure I want to put them on prayer. Another fishing random event. That gives us level 10 fishing. Should be giving us a level at least per random for quite a while. Alright, I think it's time to use these lamps finally. I think it's a no-brainer to put them into prayer. Other skills that I was thinking about was agility, possibly for some extra run energy, but you can get stamina pots inside the raid. Some of you might be thinking, magic, why don't you lamp magic? How are you going to train your magic? Well, don't worry about magic. I've got a super secret plan for magic. You guys will find that out soon enough. And unfortunately there's no point in lamping ranged, as I can't even get a bow of any kind in this chunk. Even though we get lots of arrows from the maze random events, absolutely no bow to use them with. But there is level 13 prayer. From now on we'll be using all of our lamps right away, and hopefully get up to level 34 prayer soon. Finishing up this Prison Pete random, and we get 23 chaos runes. That could come in handy. Yeah, I might need to use some chaos spells. I know that these random event clips are probably getting a little bit repetitive, so let's go rapid fire for a minute. Level 14 prayer. Beekeeper's hat. Mystery box. Beekeeper's top. 15 prayer. Mystery box. Beekeeper's boots. And 16 prayer. Mystery box. Deserved. 17 prayer. 18 prayer. Serial killer mask. Zombie boots and shirt. 19 prayer with all these cool dudes. Level 20 prayer. Zombie mask. Brains. Back. 2 back, books of knowledge, and 21 prayer. Oh my god, no shot. No shot. Oh my god. That's rare. Holy. From the sandwich lady, we got the stale baguette. 22 prayer. 23 prayer. 13 fishing. 24 prayer. Hello, first impling I've ever seen here. No hunter for me. Beekeeper's gloves. What is this random, non-attackable ghost doing here? Scared the crap out of me. Later hose and shorts. Mystery box. Oh my god, how rare is that? Oh my god, I gotta look that up. 1 in 960. And useless. Mystery box. Ooh, a lamp. 25 prayer. Later hose and hat. Mystery box. Another mystery box. 26 prayer. Later hose and top. Mystery box. Hey, we got the steel plate upgrade. It's not much, but it's an upgrade. 27 prayer. 28 prayer. Steel skin unlocked. That's my best defensive prayer in the chunk. 29 prayer. Level 30 prayer. Beautiful. Mime boots and top. Here it is. Finally. Mime gloves and legs. And that's random events green log, including the stale baguette. It only counts if it's including the stale baguette. That looks so nice. First green log of the account. Level 31 prayer coming in. Ultimate strength, my best strength prayer unlocked. Yeah, so I missed the 32 prayer, so just pretend this one's 32 prayer. 33 prayer, one more to go. These lamps are going so much faster now that I've finished all of the random events, so we should be at 34 in no time. Mystery box? Meh. Had to use my book of knowledge so I could get another one, and that's 34 prayer completed. That is the best attack prayer completed, and now we can finally train at maximum efficiency. Months of AFKing random events later, and I am now ready to grind my melee stats. But that will have to wait till next episode. Also in the next episode, I'll be showcasing my super secret game-breaking magic training method. I hope you guys are as excited for this new series as I am, and if you are, then make sure you like the video, comment your favorite season of the year, and double check that you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss the next episode. If you can't wait for more Top Chunk content, I'm probably live right now at twitch.tv/agiletom, maybe doing some raids as we speak. If you'd like to join the raids, message me in game and I'll add you to my friends list. Thank you again for watching, and a special thank you to the channel members. I'll see you guys next time.